Is this thing even on? I've forgotten how to do a YouTube.
It was a good haul. Let me take you through it all.
Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry you've all been away for so long. It's not me who's been away, it's you lot. You've all been away for such a long time. Charity shop videos bore the life out of me, but I've started to get into the swing of the filming again and get into the mindset of car boot season. Oh, I can't wait. I've got one on Sunday, which I'm going to go to. Getting up at 5 and trips around a car boot is giving me that anxiety, but also that happiness to get back out there again, because charity shops, sourcing from charity shops, unless you're Kieran, is absolutely not impossible, but it's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal. We need those multiple streams and those multiple avenues, and car boots plays a big bolt. Oh man, I've just noticed some damage on one of the things I picked up. That's annoying. Sidetracked, that's the way my brain is. I can't concentrate for too long without getting lost. So I went charity shopping today and picked up a load of stuff. Nothing mind-blowing, but some good profit, and it's going to fill the store. There's a good 20-30 pieces here, give or take. I could be lying, there could be 10. There's more than 10. There's about 25-30 pieces here. And it's going to be a good bulk to add to the store over the weekend while I am waiting for Sunday to roll its little head round and give me the full experience of the field. So, should we just get into... I guess this is a haul video. So shall we just get into it and show you exactly what we picked up? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get through the table stuff first and then move on to some clothing. So, without further ado, I guess. First things first is this Nintendo DS game. Now, I don't tend to go for DS games, especially the American ones. Not especially the American ones. You can still buy them, and I believe they still play in the systems. But this is Konami, so it's quite a prolific anime brand, and anime Nintendo and that kind of scene always sells quite well. And I've never heard of this game before. I'm a bit iffy because I'm pointless even trying to show you the case. Like the sleeve looks a bit blurry.
I know it sounds like I'm bullshitting, but you need to lick the cart. If it's got a really sour taste to it, then it is fake. If it's acidic, then it's fine. No.
Almost looks like it's been printed. Like third party. Can you see that? Either way, I paid £2 for it. They're selling for anywhere between 12 to 20 quid. It's got a manual. It's got a manual, very iffy manual as well. But £2 pickup, I'll take that. So I always find anything... especially when it comes to Nintendo DVDs and things, not always DVDs, but anything sort of manga, anime, that kind of look, especially on games, I will always pick them up and have a little look. I didn't research barely anything. I researched barely anything in the shop today. I didn't research barely anything. Makes no sense, does it? But I just like to buy things. I like to think I've been doing this long enough now and have enough knowledge to be able to just buy stuff on a, not even a whim, just like a... my money's safe kind of moment, because I've had the knowledge somewhere along the line to know that it's going to be worth more than what I'm paying, and hopefully a profit. That's what we're here for. So waffling on, first thing down, Nintendo DS game. Second thing is this a Sony DAB radio, paid £4 for that. It's Sony, it's a DAB, it's quite a nice compact size, so you've got all those things going for it. Paid £4, looking to get around about 20 quid back on that for a quick sale. I am going to have to clean it because it is grubby. It's grubby. But I'll put some batteries in it and it works nicely. So easy peasy, quick listing, quick sale. That ain't going to sit around for very long. It'll be gone out the door. Those of you who follow my Instagram post would have seen that I picked up a lovely ashtray. In fact, I think I posted it in the Happy Days group on Facebook as well to try and get some knowledge on it. And of course, the ever so knowledgeable well of knowledge, Sean popped up and told me what his thoughts and opinions were with it and gave me a few avenues to go down. So did a couple of other people in the comment section, so I thank you for that. But this was in the same shop. They said that the lady who brought the other stuff in brought this in as well. It's a lot smaller. It has got like a two-tone, so it's not... it's got like a green and a red. As you turn it, the colours change ever so slightly. So I have to do some research. It's the same sort of it's made the same way as the last one. Has less colours. Sean taught me that the colours matter. Paid, I'll just pull the label off, paid £1.75 for that, so it's always worth a pick up. I love picking up glassware at the minute, nice and easy. This is in no particular order, by the way. In fact, let's get these out of the way. That's a problem. So I picked up these two here. There was £1 each. I actually thought they were glasses, but apparently they're vases, or vase or vase, bath or bathe, however you want to say it. £1 each. I picked them up because they're chunky. They look very 60s, 70s. It's got the made in France on the bottom. I'm not too sure the value, but they've got to be worth 15 the pair minimum, if not. So they cost me £2. Bang on both out. I could sell them separately maybe, but I think I'll probably sell them as a pair. I'm going to say they're sort of 70s, like a chunky kind of design. I'm going to go with 70s on that. £2 into, what, 15 or so? Let me just try and get what just fell down there. Bear me a second. Got it. This thing's a pain. I've been dropping it all afternoon, so I'm just going to show you them now. These were £1.50 each. This is what I dropped. Like his little weapon. Pop it in there. These are £1.50 each. Now, I love tree and I love woodware. Wood always sells through for me. Eventually, it doesn't sit around too long. If it's sitting around too long, I've probably priced it quite high, or it's very niche and the right buyer needs to come along. But these look very nicely done, hand carved. You've got a male and a female there, I'm assuming. And the male has, this is £1.50 each, by the way. Get off. The male has like a pick, an axe type thing. So I'm guessing they are probably farmers. Have a little grow patch somewhere. Not the kind of grow patch you're thinking of.
My name is Towley. You want to get high?
I think they're really sweet, really nice. I'll do some research, find out exactly what wood it is, see if I can find out any kind of provenance. There is some sort of marks on the back and stuff where the top layer has been tied. Oh, actually, it looks like that could just be the way it's made. It could just be like a maker's error thing. Oh, that's good. But it's got a nice bit of weight to them as well, so they're solid wood, hardwood. £1.50 each, £3 for the pair. Can't leave them behind. You know I'm a bit of a weirdo with things like that. John Deere Ertl. This is a hay baler, I believe. I imagine the hay gets brought up here, transported across, and I don't know. Again, Kieran, the farm boy. Kieran Barnett, the baler. He'll know. But it's really heavy. It's made by Ertl. It's John Deere, and I'm assuming it's sort of under the umbrella of Tomy. So you've got Ertl, Tomy, John Deere, die cast. £2 I paid for that. It's got to be worth 15, isn't it? 15, £18 I should imagine on that. Picked up some Thomas Taylor Lignoid size 2 bowls. Now, I won't show them all because they're too heavy and it hurts me. They have got all these stickers on which need pulling off. Thornycroft Bowls Club. Oh, that one's easy. There we go, look. Oh, that is pulling off as well. But I'll pull all these off and get them back to some sort of standard. Paid £6 for them. It's also got a Super Bowl sportswear bowl holder. So I paid £6 for the lot. I'll probably sell them with the holder, or depending on the value of the bowls, they're going to be worth anywhere between 30 to 100 plus pound on those Thomas Taylors. Thomas Taylors are a good brand. Size 2 is a really nice size. These were last, there is a date on here which you can see when they were last calibrated almost, like they checked to see the weight and stuff, and you change the weights inside to like change the bias of the ball. I don't play the game, so I don't really know the exact terminology. I just know enough to be able to put it in the description. There's a date just here. I believe this means, where is it? I believe the 01 there means it was last calibrated or tested over in 2001. So they will go as vintage bowls. And again, I'll look into this brand here of boulder holders and see if they're worth selling separately. See if it's worth selling separately. Never heard of the brand, but that doesn't mean anything in this game. Next up, I picked up this Five Nights at Freddy's tin. It has just like figurines and stickers and stuff in it. A dog tag, special colour edition hanger, 24 trading cards. This is the 2016 tin. £1.50. It was 75p because it was half off for the games. It looks like it's never been used. Like it's got everything in there. It looks like it's still sealed inside. It's not still sealed inside. But for 75p, I was happy days with that. Worst case scenario, George. I don't know if it's still a thing anymore, but George used to like Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF is what the kids call it. FNAF. Who knows? These binoculars, now, I don't normally pick up these kind of binoculars anymore unless they're certain brands and certain makes, but these were £2.50. They're in the case. They're 10 by 50, so they're not very strong. They're not very desirable, but for £2.50 in the case, these are Prince. I'll stick them up for $14.99 and get them gone straight away. I'll make £8 after fees and postage on that. I imagine at $14.99 they'll probably sell within a couple of weeks maximum. So I don't mind too much when they're cheap enough. Disneyland Paris Mickey plush, paid £1.50. Didn't even realise it had marks on his hand, but this is going to be a test for me. So I've started selling on Vinted. Vinted has no fees for the seller and no postage prices. So what happens is the buyer basically pays a buyer protection price as they buy something, plus they pay the postage. So it means that things like Plush and anything, I'm realising that Vinted is for more low value items, just to get it in, get it gone. So whereas I'm probably only going to get 15 for this, if that, on eBay. I would put it, so after it's going to cost me £3 to post it. Fees would be like £2. That's another. So I'll get about £10 back after that maximum. I'll probably put it on Vinted for $9.99 and be done with it. And it's cheap, cheerful, and it'll be gone. So I'm going to test it out with that. And I'm also going to I paid $1.50 for that. I'm also going to test it out with this Care Bear. Paid £3 for that. I don't know why I paid £3. Just because it was Care Bear and it was the first one I've ever seen that talks and interacts. How do you shush? Stop! £3 paid for that. I think it's probably worth about £15, give or take. But again, it's going to go on to Vinted. I'm going to see how it does on Vinted. Really enjoying my little journey over there at the minute. Sofology Sloth. These are the sofa company. It's a bit like a company branded mascot type thing. You know when you get those sort of deals. £2.50. 15 quid I'll get for that, I should imagine. Maybe 12 quid with postage. I was going to leave it behind. I was actually making reference to a couple of posts I've seen in the old Facebook groups. A lot of you would have seen them. That, what's his name, ABL guy. So they're banging out all the Sofology stuff. And then one of the lads in the group chat was like, no. It's worth 12, 15 quid. So I picked it up. Paid £1 for it, I think. How much did I pay for it, actually? I didn't pay too much for you. $2.50, yay! Now this is, I'm going to use the word dope. This is Baba. Now he was tagged until I got my hands on him. In fact, I think the tag came off as I was driving. The bowls had came loose and I could hear them clattering around all the corners, and I was dreading it by the time I got home. But it's made out of like a shell. It's quite big. I paid £8 for him. He does have the tag. 1990 this was made. Yeah, paid £8. Hadn't done any research on him at the time, and I haven't done any research just yet either. But I'm hoping he's going to be worth some good money. If not, I'm hoping for at least a double up on Baba, because it was a risk, it was a punt. I didn't really do any research on him. I just know that it hasn't been around for ages, is it? Baba's a nice little vintage cartoon. And when I saw the date, I thought, I'm just going to take a bash on it. So Baba by deal, 1990, £8 paid. Hopefully 30 quid. If not, I like to buy something as well just to sell them. And that sounds really silly. Like if I pay £8 for that and then I sell it for £20 and I only make what, 8 quid after fees, I've owned a 1990 Baba for a while, haven't I? Just the way my brain works. Juicy Couture. Now everybody knows this brand. This was £3. It's got a really nice little colourway design. I believe it is for females. However, no, I wouldn't. £3 paid for that. I'm probably going to list it for about 18 quid on Depop. Probably Vinted. In fact, I'm going to probably put on all three of the eBay, Depop and Vinted, and probably Instagram as well. 18 quid. If you want an Insta, you can have that for 14 posted. Right, now we're going to move on to, well, right, I found these in the charity shop, laceless Adidas, and there was £8. I've never seen them before. I gave them a quick search in the shop. I had to search these up because I'd never seen them before. And loads of high-priced ones popped up. So I bought them. But I'm starting to think maybe these ones aren't really sought after. These are Adidas Superform or something. Adidas Pure Control sprint frame. Laceless boots. Paid 8 quid for them. I've no idea what I'm going to get back. When I was in the shop, I thought, they smell brand new. They're not brand new though. When I was in this shop, the ones that I saw obviously were very high value, so I was like, what? I might have shot myself in the foot there. But surely for £8 at size, I think they're size 9, so a good size. £8, size 9.5. So hopefully we'll be alright. Well, I'm going to move on to some clothing now. Picked up these Polo Ralph Lauren vintage corduroy trousers. I don't know what's more to say about these. I think these were 34 black, nice little fades of them, not a horrendous fade, like a nice sort of worn fade. Paid 4 quid I think for these. £4. I'll easily be getting 18 back on them, I should imagine. Off the top of my head, I've never had polo cords before, so I wouldn't know. Next up, we've got some vintage Wrangler Texas jeans. These are 36, I believe. 36, 32, paid £4 for those. Texas Wrangler sell really well anyway, so they're just nice and easy. Wrangler stretch is the best one to get, I'd say. Well, quicker seller, but as they are, these won't last very long. £4 paid, they're a good size as well. Should be going for about 24, 25 quid on those. These are going to be a Vinted only listing. These are Adidas Neo green skinnies for women, I believe. Paid £1 because they're in the sale rail, so I picked them up. I wasn't going to leave them behind. They're waist 27, leg 32. Imagine being a 27-inch waist. I was not long ago. Oh God, I'm 36 now. But yeah, they're not really worth much. But for £1, I couldn't leave them behind. When I could probably get 10 quid off them out of Vinted. Easy peasy, isn't it? No fees on there. These are a nice little find. These are Game Technical apparel. They're like, I believe they're like shooting trousers. They're waterproof. They're brand new with tags. So there's the brand there. Paid £4.95 for those, and I'll comfortably get 35 quid out of them. They're another good size as well, size 36. Yeah, I think they're really quite smart. They're waterproof, breathable, and they were cheap, and they were tagged. Anything like shooting, hunting, technical, tactical, fishing, anything like that, 9 times out of 10 it's going to have some value to it, because to buy them brand new, they're absolutely expensive. Now this is like a mid-range, it's nothing spectacular. £4.95 into 35 quid, probably with, I'm not going to put postage, 35 quid, just move them out the door. Now, Nova Check always catches my eye. This is not Burberry, so no hopes up. It's a nice big blanket though by James Pringle. This is James Pringle Weavers, so it's woven in Scotland. It's a nice thick blanket. It's Camel Thompson, I believe, is the design. Yeah, Camel Thompson is the design of this. So the checks will vary differently to Burberry. I know what you're thinking. Smells okay as well. It's a nice big thick one. I love this sort of stuff. It doesn't hang around too long. I think it's a wool mix, which is quite annoying, but doesn't mean too much. It's not going to hinder it massively. How have I lost that label now? 70% wool with 30% mixed fibres. But for £2 paid, I'll put it up for, I don't know, I'll do a bit of research, but I'll imagine 18, 20 quid, and that'll be gone in no time. I won't sit around long. Whoa! Honestly, I need to move that thing. That's every time I filmed. The last time I filmed that happened. What are we approaching? 20 minutes. Probably won't be 20 minutes after I've cut some stuff out. Here's some kit. Let's get through to some kit. Right, in no particular order, we've got a Sergio Tacchini polo. This is a Super Mac. Now, it is brand new with tags. £6. This shop was, everything was half price, so it was £3. But it has got some marks on the arm. Can you see that? Didn't know that when I bought it. I didn't know that when I bought it. However, it's a size large. It does look genuine to me, so I'm happy days. I'm not worried about the authenticity. Just annoyed about the little the little mark on the arm. But quite sought after, this design apparently online. People are getting 35 quid around there, 28 to 35. Design and size dependent, of course, but it's got a mark on it as well. So I'll probably stick it up for. It doesn't look like it's too much. I reckon that will wash out. But because of that mark, I'm gonna have to put it up for like 15, 20, annoyingly. But that's okay. We don't mind too much. I wonder if that'll hang on there. This was £5. Picked it up because it was new and tagged. Now, cycle jerseys not always do quite well, but the majority of time they can do quite well. Never heard of the Inverse brand. What drew me to this was the fact that it was an event, so there's going to be some kind of information out there online for me to be able to find out exactly what this event was, where it was, how it went down, blah 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 blah. Some provenance to the jersey really. So it's new and tagged, and it was £5. It's a good size XL. £15, £5 paid, no idea. Could be worth £10, could be worth £5. Let's stick to the theme of the cycling jerseys. We've got an Altura jersey. Nothing spectacular about this, but they sell through quite quickly. It's got some nice pockets on the back as always, but this one has a zip pocket on the side as well, which is quite unusual. I wouldn't have paid too much for this. I think this was from the half price shop as well. £8. I paid £4 for that. We never paid much more than that. In fact, I've never paid more than £4 for an Altura. But happy days. It's a nice colour, nice size, nice condition. We'll get that out the door quite quickly. Next up, everybody's favourite, we've got a Weird Fish Mac Active. I really like this one, to be honest. It's got the nice little Weird Fish spell out on the back. It's a good size medium, but this will probably come up a little bit bigger than a medium. It's in great condition, to be honest with you. It's got this nice waffle grid size pattern. It has a few marks on the front, so it is going to need washing first. That's annoying. However, it just goes with the rest of the washing. This was £6, so I would have paid £3 from that shop. Just pop that into the washing pile, otherwise I will forget. And that's that one sorted. Next up is this Callaway Weather Series vest. It's a newer version, so it's not like a vintage shop or anything, but again, these sell quite well. How much did I pay for this one? £2.50. I'll be looking to 10x on that. I'll be putting it for about 25, maybe £28 to begin with, and see how I get on. It is a good size XL. Yeah, today really did well. They just kept on giving me stuff. What am I taking that off for? I need to hang it back up. Every shop I went into had stuff. Now, some of you that know me personally or know my route or live around near me know that for me to travel where I live, to get to all the shops and go around, I have to travel quite a long way. So when I have those days, which are quite often where I hit nothing, depressing. Next up, this was a punt. It's a really nice full wool cardigan, button down. What drew my eye to it was the label. I thought it was Aquascutum from back yonder upon the rail, but it's not. It's Mirabelle Salzburg. It's 100% wool. It's a cardigan. I believe it is vintage. Paid £8 for it. It's heavy, it's well done. Had a quick little search earlier, and some of them are selling for like 75 quid, plus some of them are selling for £16. So I've got to do some research on it, but I was never going to leave it behind with those two lovely little front pockets in there, you know, for Nanny to put a tissue in, a snotty tissue, and then wipe your face with it. £8 paid, hoping to get some good money out of that. That's the end of that then. That's obviously the weight limit that can hold. Bend in it. When we're going to put that, just there. Lovely. Last but not least, turns out this is a English like deathcore band. I paid £4, so I paid £2 for it because it was in the half price shop. Lovely. So that was what I picked up today. A nice little load. Stuff to fill the shop and keep me busy for the next couple of days. Like I said, while I'm waiting for the car boot season, I am so looking forward to that. I do miss making videos. I enjoy making videos. I just don't like making the car boot ones. I mean the chariot shop ones. I feel like you're just forcing yourself to waffle on, especially where I am. I can't pick up bags and bags like this all day, every day. So whenever I do my charity shop runs, I normally pick like 3 or 4 bits every day or every other day. So filming that just doesn't make sense. I'd have to film a little bit a day and then put it into a video at the end of the week. And today was worth it. But car boot season is back, and we're going to have some nice haul videos and some action in the field videos, which I'm really looking forward to. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go now and start sorting some of this out. It's about 4 o'clock today. 4 o'clock now as of filming, in case you're interested. So I want to start getting some of this stuff done. So I do appreciate you all watching. I know it's a bit of a long one, but some of you really like and enjoy the long ones. I almost got sidetracked and waffled on them. Thank you ever so much for joining me again, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you next year. Bye.